One of my favourite quotes details that love isn't about the grand gestures or the loud declarations. It's found in the mundanities of everyday life and the monotony of routine. Well, here we stand, 2,267 days after our first date, and I still wake up every single morning wondering what I did to deserve you, someone who makes the everyday feel special.
Hayley, I am so lucky to have found you. You are the kindest, loveliest, and most thoughtful person I have ever known. You are beautiful, like the first days of spring, and your sunshine smile lights up any room that you're in. Despite eye contact not being my strong point, I cannot ever take my eyes off you. You have the biggest heart, and you care so deeply about everyone around you. You have enabled me to grow into a better version of myself, and have seen things within me that I would never have seen in myself. It is a privilege to be loved by you, and I promise to never take that for granted.
Falling in love with you wasn't falling in love at all. It was walking into a house and knowing I'm home. You've shown me a love that I never dared dream that I would find. The kind of love that makes me believe that I can do hard things as long as you're by my side. I hope everywhere I've travelled, my favourite place will always be sitting by your side, sipping our teas and chatting about anything and everything. How lucky am I that I'm on an adventure with you with no end date in sight. As everyone here will know, we're quite opposite in many ways. Consider this wedding. I wanted everything sorted months in advance. You wanted everything sorted by 12 o'clock today.
It was.
All jokes aside, I never believed in soulmates, but we balance each other out in such a way that I find it hard to believe we aren't two halves that make one whole. So here goes. I'd like to choose you. Every day, in laughter and in silence, in adventure and in rest, with the same love that brought me to this moment. If there's another lifetime, I'll stand where I first saw you, hoping to meet you again, in that dusty seminar room at Durham University.
I promise to be the best husband, lover, and friend to you that I can possibly be. To listen to you, to learn from you, and to understand you. I promise to put you first in everything I do, to support you, and to be accountable for myself and for us. I promise to respect you, your opinions, your decisions, your passions, and your values. I promise to not shave my beard off. Got you.
Please don't.
To never wear skinny jeans. And to not sing Unchained Melody at our wedding more than once. I promise to love you in the little ways, to leave the tins facing the right way, with the label showing, to make your decaf teas on an evening, to leave you alone to read when you need space, and to get you a blanket when you're not cozy enough, to pick you up from the train station when it's late, to get you a water in a gin glass when you don't want to drink anymore, to hold your hand when we walk, to buy you flowers when they remind me of you, which is quite often, to ask how your day was, every day, to have your dinner ready when you get home late, and to stroke your hair while you try to fall asleep.
Well, I'm not giving you away. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Stunning.
Do you like it?
Oh,
What you expected?
man.
I promise to love you in both word and deed, to ensure that my actions, not only my promises, communicate my love for you, to build a love together that is honest, warm, and romantic. A romantic love that is also steadfast and true, built on shared values, appreciation of one another, on transparency and on compassion. A love that soothes the bad days, brightens the dull days, and celebrates our great days. A love that roots so deep that it is no longer the love of two separate people and instead becomes one. In sickness and in health, for richer and for poorer, I promise to do with you what spring does to the cherry trees.
So, Stephen and Hayley, you have both made the declarations prescribed by law, and you have made us, do you think there's something coming? And you have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses and your family and friends gathered here today. Therefore, it is my privilege and my pleasure to tell you that you are now lawfully married. Congratulations, you're husband and wife, and Stephen, kiss your wife.
Right, hi everyone. I'm Emily, I'm Hayley's sister. I'm sure you've gathered that by now. and I've had the privilege of being chosen as Hayley's maid of honour. I can't believe the days finally came when my little sister and the youngest Lund has finally tied the knot. Not only are you my sister, but you're my best friend, so it's extra special for me to be stood here with you to celebrate. I will say, since I met you, Stephen, this is the happiest I've ever seen Hayley, and it's a privilege to say that not only has she gained a husband, but I've also gained a brother. And on that, I just want to say to Stephen, I hope you have as much fun growing old with Hayley as I did growing up with her. Can we all just raise a glass?
It will never feel normal to call you Stephen, so for the rest of the speech, I'll be referring to you as your many ginger-related nicknames. So the first time I met Jez, there's the first one, I saw a lanky lad with a ginger mop and an oversized blazer that you said you'd grow into by the time you were in year 9 or 10. One story I did enjoy reminiscing on when writing this speech was preparing Stephen for his first date with Hayley. So I was home from university for the Christmas holidays when I got a call from Percy. For those that don't know Harry Potter, that's Percy Weasley, so the orange reference. If I'm honest, my initial reaction was one of surprise. Stephen described Hayley as both beautiful and intelligent, and I thought she might be one or the other. but she can't be both. But it was one of the occasions where Stephen was right, actually. But the problem was Stephen needed an outfit for this day, and the other problem was I was the man he chose to give him fashion advice. So in Newcastle, we headed on a cold afternoon, and for some reason we picked a white pair of Fila trainers and a bright red coat, which I'm not really sure why we did that. Red coat and the red hair, it's not a great combination. But we did have the issue of paying for this outfit. I know Stephen's already touched upon this. So we rang Jamie, who was a fully fledged fireman at the time. I was in Edinburgh, Stephen was Durham. We didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. So we rang Jamie, who very kindly paid for the outfit. And again, this has been mentioned by Hayley, I think, in the vows. He was so nervous he couldn't look Hayley in the eye. And somehow, despite the red coat, borrowed money, and overwhelming nerves, they're sitting here today, happily married. Which just proves sometimes confidence, good preparation, and financial independence are completely overrated.
I remember the first time he told me about Hayley. He said, "There's this girl in my history seminar who's asked me out on a date, and she's incredible." So naturally, I asked where she was from. Now, Stephen and Hayley went to Durham Uni, so I'm thinking posh, I'm thinking rich, I'm thinking down south. He says, Fulwell. I'm only kidding, but it's no Bath. Now, watching you grow as a couple, navigate difficult decisions, travel the world together has been incredible to see. You truly went from strength to strength as a couple, and I really believe that you're strongest when you're together. Joking aside, what an incredible young man this is. He's intelligent, caring, selfless, hard-working, which is crazy because he spent his last 2 years of school fully on report card. But I love this man. He'd do anything for you and offer advice to anyone who needs it. And why our friendship is so special is your honesty. No matter the situation or the subject, even if it's going to hurt my feelings, and it usually does, you tell me the truth. You keep me in check, you keep me grounded, and we could spend months or years apart. And when we're together, it's as if we saw each other yesterday. It's easy. I'm so incredibly happy for the both of you, and I'm proud to be able to call myself your friend. I love you both dearly. Now, if you please like to join me in raising a glass to the newlyweds, Hayley and Stephen.
You are the loveliest person I've ever known, with the biggest heart and the prettiest sunshine smile. You're funny, kind, spontaneous, and beautiful. You are so loved both by me and everyone in the room today. Your thoughtfulness is reflected all around us. I feel I am the luckiest man to have ever lived for having met you and for then somehow attracting you. And now marrying you, I feel luckier still. There is truly not a day that you do not make better, a sunrise you do not make more beautiful, or a moment that passes that you do not make more precious. I cannot wait to navigate our future with you by my side. I'd like to raise a glass now to Hayley, my wonderful wife. My wife. And the most beautiful bride I've ever seen. Cheers.